Another founder joining us, Jay.
Yes.
For sure. What's going on? Welcome to the booth. We call this the Blueprint booth. Welcome to the booth. We got another founder joining us, Jay.
Yes.
From Rainier
Labs.
Rainier Labs.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I was chatting about you earlier on the stream actually when I was going through the different companies.
You're building the mobile welding robot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I need you to give me some backstory. Yeah. My favorite question to start this off is like, how the hell did you end up here at Founders Inc?
I've been in Silicon Valley for the past 8 years.
Yeah.
I was at Ford building autonomous vehicles before this.
Yeah.
And Planet Labs putting machine learning in space just before this. I quit my job and started this company building mobile robots.
I'm going to turn you a little bit this way too so we can get you in the camera.
Founders
I think
Inc.
you're a little bit on the edge. You want to slide over a little bit? Yeah, that's perfect.
So Founders Inc. is, this cohort was entirely hardware focused.
Yeah.
So we decided to apply. We applied very last moment and got in almost immediately. Founders Inc. turns out they were actually looking for robotic welding solutions.
Yeah.
And it was happenstance that we applied and they immediately accepted us. Yeah.
That's so sick. Yeah, I remember I panned to you guys earlier. You have like the setup where it's like, you have like the two pieces of, and it can choose and click one of them. And
Yes. So we've built a wheeled welding robot.
Yeah.
The difference between your ordinary welding robot and us is that ours is completely mobile and autonomous. You can take it to your work site. It can go from part to part and drive up to your part and weld it.
And it can just weld anything.
It can weld anything. Yeah. The complexity is in the perception. Like how does the robot decide what to weld?
Yeah.
Locate the part and weld the part, right? Yeah.
Super interesting. What was the difficulty in like getting an idea like this off the ground and getting like the first proof of concept?
So, we didn't actually start off with building welding robots. We built a RoboDog first. So the other part of our booth is a RoboDog that we built from scratch.
Yeah.
So we wanted to build a legged/wheeled platform that could walk around when required and wheel around when required. We were initially pitching the RoboDog as an inspection platform. So we had multiple sensors on it, including an electronic nose that can sense gas, particulate matter concentrations, etc. But we were finding it hard to get traction in that area, especially since the Chinese build great RoboDogs already, right?
Yeah.
Every VC we would go to would say, like, why don't you just buy it off China, right, and build the software on top? Why are you building hardware? This is a standard thing we got.
Yeah.
The Chinese are great at this. Don't build hardware here, which is totally, what the current trend is. We want to bring back the hardware building over here. So unfortunately, a lot of VCs are like that, where they don't see the point of building hardware in the US or even doing anything with hardware. They're all like SaaS software. They want those ARR numbers. 10 million ARR, 50 million ARR. Like they're looking for those things, right? Whereas the hardware is a longer term investment. You're looking at a 4 to 5, 8 year time frame before the robots start actually making money.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that because so many VCs have optimized for quick software plays and we're starting to see more of these software plays actually not pan out because everyone's trying to throw AI and everything, do you think we're entering an era though where hardware is becoming cool and Founders Inc. becomes kind of like a pioneer in this like hardware revolution in Silicon Valley?
I sure hope so. I think the current administration also has its heart in the right place from this perspective, which is to support American manufacturing. So I hope that this actually is the beginning of...
I think that hardware is a lot more compelling now because everyone can build software, but even good software needs good hardware to be ultra capable beyond just things that happen directly on a computer screen.
That's correct. And robotics is the ultimate sort of thing that you can prove multiple skills on.
Yeah.
So a roboticist usually knows electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, software, physics.
Yeah.
So they have to, multiple fields come together to be able to make a robot.
Yeah.
Right? So even when you're studying, with someone studying, getting into high school, college, I tell them to go into robotics because it's a tangible thing that you can touch and feel.
Yeah.
But there's so many aspects at which you can come at from a robot. If you just want to do programming, you can do programming. If you want to build something physical, you can build something physical. So it's very good from an educational point of view as well.
That's so real. So when you look at the robot you guys built and being able to do on-the-fly welding, where do you see yourself being the most adopted in the beginning?
So America's building data centers for our AI infrastructure like there's no tomorrow. Like everybody is building a $10 billion data center. Meta announced something called Colossus, which is the size of Manhattan, something incredible. So, but all these data centers need to be constructed, and all construction, at least industrial construction, needs welding. But the problem is there is a shortage of 500,000 welders in America right now.
Yeah.
So even if you wanted actual humans to do this job, there are no humans.
They don't exist.
They don't exist.
Yeah.
Right? And welding is a profession where most expert welders are past 50. No young person wants to go into welding. Because you're breathing in noxious fumes, and you're wearing a welding helmet to prevent
It's not safe at all.
It's not safe. No young person wants to get into it.
Do you think that because we have reached a period where there's an extinction happening in a lot of these like construction, like hard construction professions, tools like yours are going to be able to, kind of similar to how we've seen like Lovable has made it to where anybody can go now and create a software company.
Yeah.
Technically, someone could use your tool and create a welding company.
Exactly.
Right? Like they could buy a couple and start welding.
I mean, we didn't know how to weld 3 months ago. So you're looking at a person who went from not knowing how to weld, did maybe 1 or 2 welds in the first year of college 25 years ago that I don't remember, okay, because I started off doing mechanical engineering and there were a few classes that you had to do welding, but I don't remember any of that. So I went from not knowing any welding 3 months ago to trying out welding, doing crooked welds, and then programming a robot to do perfect welds.
Wow.
Right, the robot does it's the arm is rock solid steady, right? I can never hold that.
You can never be that perfect.
Yeah.
Do you think that the adoption part of what you're doing is going to be like the hardest, like going out and selling this, or do you think it's just getting the tech to a place where the current crop of folks who own these welding companies are willing to take a risk on it?
I think going out and selling something, the GTM is a hard thing to do as well. And most founders like me are technical, but thankfully I have someone, my co-founder has built 3 companies in the past and he knows how to do GTM. So he's the one who's focusing on GTM.
What types of companies do you guys normally, like, I know you're saying like being in data center, but is it like the general contractor that's going
So they're fabrication shops. They're fabrication shop can be like a mom and pop store that is doing, I don't know, $2,000 a month revenue to something that's doing millions of dollars of revenue a month.
What is the typical cost to get a robot like this on site?
So far there have been no mobile robots. So we believe we've built the world's first mobile robotic welder.
Yeah.
But previously what there exists today on the market is these static robotic arms that can do welding, but they're fixed. So you have to bring the part to the robot.
And then put it there.
Yeah, and put it there. You cannot take the robot on the field.
It can't just go autonomously moving to where it needs to go.
Right.
Super interesting. That's like a really solid use case for this sort of a thing too, because there's never a moment where like on these sites where you just have one weld spot. It's like, oh, go here. Okay, then like you have to have someone uninstall the arm, re-drill the arm into place, and then start again.
Right. So what fabrication shops that have adopted robotic welding do currently is that they might have 1 or 2 robotic arms, but they're fixed to these welding tables.
Yeah.
And then your technician comes and fixtures the part on that particular welding table.
Yeah.
The thing welds it, and then you remove the part. So that's a time-consuming process, right? But imagine that you have 10 welding tables side by side with parts fixtured, and the robot just goes from welding table to just weld it. Yeah. So you immediately got 10x the productivity gain.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. I mean, well, it's also you're getting rid of the whole process of having to have them touch anything.
Right.
It's like, hey, go here, do this thing, because it's autonomous. You have it's powered by AI, so it's like it's going in with the knowledge of like, here are the things I need to weld, the vision, language, action, and it just goes and does the thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. So where are you guys currently in the process? Are you already on site, like at certain construction sites?
So
or what does that
we've
look
got
like?
a few GTM partners through which we are doing some pilot projects.
Yeah.
But we want to reach out through you and your audience to other people who have welding tasks or who are interested in
We need to make a
collaborating with us.
video. I need to come over there and record some content.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can also send you videos of our thing welding.
Please do.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming in here too, because like the idea, like you're building something that makes so much sense, but I also feel like because like we talked about it, everyone's chasing like the huge annual recurring revenue software companies.
Either that or the humanoids, right?
Yeah.
The roboticists are all building humanoids. But
do you also believe that like the humanoid experiment will fail long term?
It won't fail, but there are certain things that the humanoid is good at and certain things that it's not good at. The main thing it's bad at is carrying payload. So the humanoid, because of its form factor, even the best humanoids cannot carry more than 5 to 10 kilograms of payload.
Yeah.
Whereas a standard welding kit is like 50 plus kilograms. Right? So a humanoid is never going to be able to carry that, right? So that's why we have the legged slash four-legged slash wheel platform. So dog-like structure has what's called a larger support polygon, which means it can carry heavier loads. It doesn't tip over. A humanoid will tip over.
It'll tip over. Yeah. Why do you think people are so enamored by creating humanoids in a world where they aren't really form-fitting for the use cases that are necessary to really propel America forward?
I think it's a trophy project for certain industrialists who want to boost their market value.
Yeah.
It is also the ultimate vanity project, right? You want to make something that looks like you.
Yeah.
You want to duplicate yourself.
Yeah.
You're playing God in a way, right? So
that's very true. Yeah. That's a very interesting take on this. I got to get out there to your overall activation, bro.
Sure.
Like this is sick.
Yeah.
I love chatting with you.
No worries.
Thank you
Nice
for coming
chatting
in.
with you.
Likewise.
Thanks. Yeah.
Where can the people find you?
So we are rainierlabs.ai. So please reach out to us. I'm Jay. So Jay at rainierlabs.ai.
Bro, thank you so much, Jay, for pulling up. I'm going to come out and see you in a little bit.
Thank you.
Take care.
See ya.
You think we should get a pic? You want to get a pic? Let's do it. Let's grab a pic. This has been awesome. Yeah, I want to send what you're building to some folks. Maybe I can make some intros too.
1, 2. 1, 1. 2, 3.
Perfect. Thank you, Jay.
Let's connect on LinkedIn.
Let's do it. Dude, we've been getting some of the dopest founders out here.
I can scan it.